And we're back. We're gonna try that again. So I started a live video just a minute ago, and it just shut off. So I haven't been doing videos for a while, so I don't know if this is something with my phone, if this is something with Facebook or the internet, or what's going on. But we're hitting the reset button. We're gonna do it again. So title of this video is "Skills Pay the Bills." Now this is a quote that has stuck with me for a very long time. The first time I heard it was when I was playing World of Warcraft. Yes, I played World of Warcraft. Don't judge me. Anyway, I heard the term skills pay the bills in the game World of Warcraft. So what stuck with me about that, with where I am right now, is skill sets have played a really huge role in where I'm at right now in my life. Where I'm at financially, where I am, where my career had gone when I had a job. And I want to tell you a little story because it's really kind of fascinating to me to see what I came from and how I ended up where I ended up as far as being an employee in the job world. So when I was in high school, I went to Tulsa Tech. Like, I took tech when I was a junior and senior in high school. I took technical and vocational drafting. Now, this is how awesome this is, okay? I was 17 and 18 years old as a junior and senior. I got to go learn drafting for free, and it was the first 3 hours of every day. So I went to go learn drafting for the first 3 hours of every day, and then went to high school, and then took like math and like some other class, and I played sports. So literally, my junior and senior year of high school, I only took 2 classes a day at high school, and that's why I ended up with like a 3.83 GPA, because like, I worked the system hardcore. You know, 3 hours for tech, 1 hour was playing sports, and then 2 hours English and some other class I don't even remember. Anyway, but it was when I was in high school. I learned the skill sets of drafting for free. It didn't cost me a dime. Now, when I got out of high school, I didn't put it to use. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was just kind of bouncing from here and there. And I remember driving for FedEx, and I'd been working for FedEx as a package handler. I got a job as a driver because I thought, hey, I could make more money. And the first week of me being on the job, I maxed out my salary. I was making $500 a week salary, okay? $500 a week salary, working 55 hours a week. And after taxes and everything was taken out, I was taking home $323 a week by working 55 hours a week. And I was like, this is insane. Like, this is not going to work for me. So I called up my high school professor from tech. I say, hey, look, what do I get to do to put these skill sets to use? Like, I'm struggling here financially. How can I put these skill sets to use? He said, well, here's a couple companies that are hiring. So he called a couple places up. And I remember going to this first place for a job interview. I hadn't worked on AutoCAD or done any drafting in like a year and a half. I was extremely rusty, and I drove my FedEx truck into their parking lot, and I changed in the back of the truck. I wanted to look nice and presentable, and I go inside, and they have me do this test. Okay, I hadn't used these skills in like a year and a half, and they had me do this test, and like I bombed miserably. I was so embarrassed. I felt so silly and so stupid, and I bombed it. They obviously didn't call me back. My professor said, hey, don't worry about it. Here's another company that's hiring. And this company said, hey, Ryan, we know that you work for FedEx. Just go ahead and, don't worry about, looking nice. So, true story. My interview for this company, I parked my FedEx truck in the parking lot, and I walk in, and I'm wearing shorts, a short sleeve shirt. I'm sweaty, and like, that was the interview. And like, they were just like, hey, look, we're looking to hire someone young. We want to train them up right, okay? So my skills got me into the door. They knew that I had experience with the technical aspect of AutoCAD, and they were going to mold me and shape me into what they wanted. So this was in 2005, okay? I was the 15th employee. So this is a little company. I was a 15th employee. I come on not knowing a thing, and they teach me. They mentor me. They show me exactly what it is that they want me to do. So now I have this raw skill set that I learned in high school, and now they're molding me and shaping me into a producer for this company. This is an oil and gas company. And again, when I started, I had no clue what it was that they wanted me to do. I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't even know what I was looking at when they showed me a piece of paper. I had no clue. I was raw. I was green. I was a noob. Didn't know a thing. But they molded me, showed me, mentored me, led me along the way, and then my other skill sets really kicked in. My ability to learn something quick, my ability to streamline something, my ability to find the efficiencies, my ability to break it down into its most simplistic form and execute, those were the other things that started playing a role. And let's fast forward to 2012. Okay, so at this point, the company had grown to about a 100-employee company, and we're doing big things in the oil and gas industry. I mean, we're talking huge things, to the extent that our owners were ready to sell the company. And the company was purchased by Honeywell, okay? A Fortune 100 company, okay? A huge company. This was a little bitty company. When I came on board in 2005, we had 15 employees. I was the 15th. You know, a handful of years later, grew it up to 100 employees. And now they've sold the company to Honeywell for a lot of money. They sold it for a lot of money. And here I am, some kid with no college education, but skill sets, and honed and refined skill sets. And now I was working for a Fortune 100 company, making really good money. Now, if you like the idea of having a job, if you like the idea of being an employee, it was a good job, okay? It was great. It had benefits, it had vacation, it had paid leave, we didn't get raises, but that's a different story for another video. Anyway, it was a good job. So there I was, no college education, making a ton of money, working for a Fortune 100 company. Why? Because I developed skill sets whenever I was in high school. Now, I recently left that company because it's not my vision. Okay, and again, we'll save this for another video. A lot of the reasons why I left that company. At the core of it, I couldn't do it anymore. I was not sold on the idea of being dependent on the company for my financial well-being, and I left to pursue my other ventures and projects. One of which is to be a professional triathlete. So I'm following my dream and my vision of doing that. When I left, I was talking to people. I was telling people goodbye. And they were so excited and genuinely happy for me. They were so excited and happy for me. And then some of them were like sad. Not because of like jealousy, but sad because they didn't feel like they could ever leave. They didn't necessarily like their job. They didn't like what they were doing. They didn't feel that it was a calling. They didn't feel like they were making a difference. But they didn't know what else to do. I remember telling one lady, I told her, and she literally looked at me and said, "Wow, that's not fair." And she kind of like walked off. And it wasn't about me, it was about her. She genuinely felt stuck in that situation. Now, I'm not sure where you are right now with whatever projects you got going on, but if you're an employee and you don't like what's going on, why are you still there? Like, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? I mean, when I realized that I'd spent 11 years, I'm 33 years old, I spent 11 years doing drafting and working in the oil and gas industry. That's 1/3 of my life that I'll never get back. When I realized that I'd spent 11 years, which is over 22,000 hours, which is a part of my life that I will never get back, I wasn't going to spend another second there ever again. So again, if you're watching this right now and you're at a job that you dislike, you hate it, you can't stand it, there's no value, you feel like you're not making a difference at all, but you're still there. Why? Like, ask yourself, why are you still there? And what is it going to take for you to go do something different? For you to go pursue anything. I mean, it doesn't mean that you get to go start a business. It doesn't mean, I mean, you could find a different job that you like for all I care. But like, why are you going to sit in a situation that you cannot stand and that does not resonate with you? So one of the things that stood out to me was the people that were genuinely happy that I was moving on, but sad because they felt like they were stuck. My question for them and you is, what skill sets are you building? What new skills are you learning to take you to the next level of your life, to the next chapter of your life, to the next experience of your life? What skill sets are you honing? What skill sets are you developing? How are you learning? How are you growing? Because I know for a fact that the people that I left at my previous job, I know for a fact that they are smart enough to develop new skill sets for them to go out. Now, there's limited beliefs around they don't have enough time, they don't have enough energy, they don't know where to start, these are just excuses. These are just excuses to stay comfortable with where you're at. Because you can dislike and hate your job, but there's comfort there and there's security there. And you'd rather complain about leaving and finding a new opportunity or a new experience than actually doing something about it. So I recently decided that it's time for me to start learning new skill sets. It's time for me to start honing in my current skills. And if you're watching this right now, and you're in a situation where you don't like what's going on, but you are ready to take a step and look at something different and challenge yourself and learn and grow and stretch and look beyond where you currently are, I invite you to do that. Like, I invite you to really look at what you're doing. Think about what you've been doing, how long you've been doing it, and ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because if you don't change, 5 years from now, you're going to be in the same spot. 10 years from now, you're going to be in the same spot. My biggest fear, if I didn't leave my job 3 months ago, my biggest fear was if I don't leave now, I never would. I realize that because I realize how easy it is to be comfortable in the idea of a false sense of security. So I'm currently working on new skill sets. I'm currently challenging myself. I'm currently stretching myself. I'm currently growing. I'm pushing myself. And if you want to know what skills I'm developing right now, if you want to see what I'm up to, and this has nothing to do with like starting a business or some kind of coaching thing, there's nothing to do with that. This is literally honing and developing skill sets. Send me a message or type in the comments, yes, I want to learn. And I'll share with you the skills that I'm working on, the skills that I'm learning. And it's not easy, like it's hard. It reminds me of when I first started the job back in 2005. Like, I have no clue what this is about. I have no clue what to do. I have no clue how to do it. And it's uncomfortable, and it's awkward, and it's frustrating, and I fail, and I don't understand. But I get up and I do it again, and I learn again, and I learn again. So if you're in a situation where you're not really happy with where you are in your life, you're not really happy with where you are in your employment, you're not really happy with where you are financially, I challenge you to ask yourself, why are you still there? Why? What are you afraid of? And what skill sets could you learn that could take you out of that situation? What skill sets could you learn to help you make more money or develop your family or develop better relationships? What skill sets could you work on and hone to give you what you want that's missing in your life right now? Again, if you want to know what I'm up to, send me a message or leave me a comment below saying yes, tell me. With that being said, I put out a post yesterday saying that I'm going to start making some videos, video series really around financial education. Whether that be credit, debt, retirement planning, financial independence. Those are topics that really mean a lot to me. They're topics that really resonate with me. And the feedback I got yesterday, a lot of people would be interested in that. So with that being said, I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday afternoon. Again, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you liked most about this video, what you got out of this video. And also, if you're interested in learning what I'm up to, send me a direct message or leave me a comment saying yes. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Hey, Ronald, good to see you. Jeremiah, what's up, man? It's been a long time since we've seen each other, and it's cool because I remember first seeing you, Jeremiah, whenever at the Tulsa Run, I believe, a long time ago. I think you saw one of my videos at the Tulsa Run, and so it's been cool to see what you've been up to the last few years, and us exchanging ideas and talking about whatever. So with that being said, I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.